Those were 3 biscuit a week days back then.
We used to do that a lot, where we'd have the biscuits coming in here.
Gut bombs.
I'll tell you what happened yesterday. Speaking of gut bomb, I was talking with BB Shea.
These are always good interactions.
We've got a little bit of beef. He came into the office yesterday.
You got beef?
A little. I mean, just a little.
Is this going to come up in rap form later?
It probably will. Yeah, he came into the office yesterday. You had already gone, and he was asking. He had a 10. He wanted 2 5s. Did he get you for that? He wanted to change for 10.
He was doing that to everybody.
Yeah, he's going around. So he came into the office and he said, "Hey man, can I bother you? I need 2 5s for a 10. I have a 10." And I said, "Well, let me check here." And I had 2 or 3 1s and 2 5s. But the problem is, I use my 5s to pay my guest fees at pickleball courts. And I knew that I was playing last night where I was going to need that 5. So I said to BB Shea, I can't give you these 5s because I used them as a guest fee. And he said to me, seriously, come on. And I said,
I can't give up my 5s.
I said, no, I have to keep 5s with me at all times because I have to pay guest fees at some certain places. And he says, you have to pay to play. And I said, well, sometimes. And he said, aren't there free places to play? And I said, yes.
I'm not understanding this.
I said, you don't understand. And he goes, what's so special about tonight? I said, it is special tonight. You wouldn't understand it. And he goes, I'm standing here with a $10 bill in my hand, and I need 2 5s, and you have them, and you won't give them to me. And I said, that's right. Get out of the office.
Did at any point in this conversation, which sounds inane.
Yes, it does. What do you need cash at work for, first of all?
But at any point, right.
He's paying off a bet.
Maybe,
possibly.
Yeah,
I don't know why he needs 2 5s.
Right.
But I guess the other side of that coin is when you're paying your dues in cash, can someone not give you change back?
No, there's a little box. You have to put it in the little box.
The honor box?
There's an honor box, and you have to sign your name and say, I was here on this date at this time, and here's my honor box contribution.
I have paid. I paid on Thursday.
It's honorable.
I think, yes, it says honor box.
I wonder how many people just slip little pieces of paper in there with notes.
Well, could you put in 10 and say, pay
2
back,
weeks?
I'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
I could, but I go to 2 different places that require $5 payments, and it's gold now. Those 5s are like gold.
Well, let me ask you this. Where's your supply of 5s coming from?
My wife, when she, I don't know, sometimes she just has 5s, and I'll say, do you have any 5s? And she'll give me like 5 5s, and I keep them in my wallet.
Milk money.
Yeah, and my birthday money.
And how much is this adding up to per week in season?
$10 to $15 per week. Okay, so it's like,
but it will add up over the course of the season.
Of course. Anyway, my wife's always like, now keep these. Make sure you don't spend these 5s. So
Put them in your sock.
So BB Shea.
So you send him away.
I sent him away, and I could tell there was the look on his face was like, are you serious?
Because you had him in hand.
Yeah, and then I thought better of it. I said, oh no, I'm sorry, I can't.
These are special 5s.
Can't give you these 5s. And to answer your question about the honor box, I'm ashamed to admit that 2 or 3 times I went and didn't pay. And one day when I was arriving, the pro at the club was there, and I'm not a member of this club. I have to pay my dues, and he tapped on the window. Come here a second.
Uh-oh.
You were summoned?
Yeah, and he said, I've seen you out here at least 3 times, and I haven't seen $5 bills in the honor.
Were your eyes darting like they are now?
And I said, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know. And
no one will be.
And he said, signs are posted everywhere. Guest fee $5.
Look, there's no one more astonished when they have to pay for something than a rich white person.
That's true.
What?
I told him I didn't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not surprised. I bet he deals with that all the time.
Playing the dumb card.
I said, oh my gosh, do I have to pay? He goes, yeah, you owe 5 for tonight, and you owe 5 for last time, and I've seen you here at least 2 or 3 other times. And just to let you know, we're getting busier. It's getting warmer. And I said, oh my gosh.
Cracking down.
I had no idea. And he goes, well, go out there and tell all your buddies out there. They got to pay their 5 too.
Nobody's paying?
Well, because I bet, look, I guarantee you when he gets the honor box off the fence, it's got like $25 and 3 notes that say, blow me. Public courts.
But they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
So how many, if I'm a member of this place where you, Kelly, are a guest that has to pay $5 to come on the court, How many guests can I bring?
Well, that's another thing that you're supposed to bring. I think you're supposed to. You have like 10 guest passes per season, so you could bring a guy one time. You can spend them, but I think they're overdoing that. I mean, I think we just show up. There's like 2 members. Each reserves a court, and then there are 6 or 7 guests. And I pay now. Remember, I keep my 5s.
My mother gave me 5s.
It's not cheaper to just join the club or the whatever? No.
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 I'm already a member of one club.
Okay.
And this it's about $900 a year to join the club.
Okay.
So you could pay, I mean, how many times is that play? It's 100 times is $5, is 500. And, 100 times, you play twice a week. Mm-hmm. That's a year's worth. No, it's not.
Okay.
I've done the math.
He's done the math.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
I
I want to know what these 5s are for BB Shea. What's he need 5s for?
Well, he didn't get them.
I know he didn't.
Whatever he needed, he didn't get them.
He owes somebody
tell you
because
that.
both of you can go to the bank.
Oh, this is one of those times where they both walked away saying the same thing about each other.
Yeah.
Whatever, idiot. What a jackass.
Yep.
I think that's accurate.
All right. Here's something else that also. What did you call my conversation with BB Shea? You said it's
Inane.
Inane. Yesterday, asked a question. 2 questions yesterday. I spent a lot of time on Put Up or Shut Up Rock and Roll Trivia. The Don McLean musical math took me about an hour to frame that properly, and Kristen,
no one got it right.
No one got it right, and didn't get any blowback on that from P1s, but. The question I got blowback on, and I was very careful on the wording of this question. I said, if you consider tomato a vegetable, then what's the only fruit mentioned in the song Cheeseburger in Paradise by Jimmy Buffett? And the answer is bananas. Mm-hmm. And there's a line in there that's like, not Havanas or bananas or daiquiris. Okay, that's it. Well, I got multiple emails on this, and all said the same thing. I'll read one of them. P1 Pete from Pittsburgh. And he says, this will probably fall on deaf ears, but I absolutely want to protest the Jimmy Buffett question. First of all, even if you disqualify tomatoes from being fruits, which is ridiculous. Now, I consider tomato a vegetable.
We always did growing up.
I do.
I always have.
I do. But a lot of people call them fruits now.
It's one in every crowd.
I think more people think they're fruits than vegetables because of that
Do you
crowd.
really?
I do.
Yep, there's one loud person.
I think loud people have said they're fruits.
I'll have some tomato on my burger. Tomato's a fruit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. A lot of that. But P1 Pete from Pittsburgh says, even if you disqualify tomatoes from being fruits, which is ridiculous, zucchini and pickles are clearly spoken in the song. Zucchini, cucumbers, and bananas are all fruits, in addition to tomatoes. Fruits are seed-carrying parts of a plant. I will put zucchini and pickle in as fruit. But that is just not true. Zucchini's
I've
a
never heard
squash.
that.
That's a vegetable. Zucchini's a
I
squash.
don't buy this whole seeds in it.
I don't
fruit
buy
thing.
that one bit. I went back at P1 Pete in Pittsburgh and said, pathetic.
Your protest is pathetic.
Poppycock.
P1 Pete in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
That's just not going to work for me. But I got multiple emails about that yesterday. It's like, come on now.
I mean, I've heard the tomato argument for generations.
Yes, I do. That's why I put that in the
Pickle?
Right. Well, I said to the A-Train, I was writing that question, and my wife, the A-Train, was sitting next to me, and I said, pickle, that's from a cucumber. That's a vegetable. And she said, that's right. And I said, and zucchini's a vegetable. That's a squash. And she said, that's correct.
Don't you equate fruit with it being maybe having a seed, but being a little on the sweet side too? Are there any fruits that aren't sweet? And I'm taking the tomato out for a minute.
Well, what about a kiwi? Kiwi's sweet.
Yeah.
We were talking about kiwis yesterday.
Yeah, were we?
The fuzzy part in particular.
Not in a traditional sense, but
Dave was
yes.
talking about the fuzzy part of a kiwi, equating to the female anatomy.
Well, grapefruit isn't really sweet.
No,
That's true.
It's bitter. Grapefruit.
It's sour, yeah.
But
Lemon.
But you know what a fruit is.
Yeah,
you know, and zucchini and
This is an American
cucumber
thing?
or not.
People do this all over the world. Do they consider all our fruits fruits?
I would think. I think so. And only the one that has always been debated is tomato. That's why I just put that out of the song.
Never even thought of cucumbers
I
as
didn't.
fruits.
I wouldn't think of it either.
But you got multiple emails.
I did. But now the one that was most vehement about it was P1 Pete in Pittsburgh.
Well, he's right. It fell on deaf ears.
I did. I am going to battle him on that. Let me say this, Dave. This is about music as well. If you're interested, we have some fun that you and Chris Demm can participate
On the grid?
in. On the grid, right now, in fact. We got fun on the grid.
Scheduled fun?
Let me see if it's right here in the right. Let's see. It's after a couple of Wendy's chili is now in grocery stores.
down.
Okay. Man in Australia eats raw chicken.
Skip down more.
Here it is. Game between Chris
Did
Demm.
he just pluck it and eat it, or was it like in a package?
It was in a package. I saw it was a picture of a guy on an escalator in Australia, and he has got a package of drumettes
Okay.
and legs of chickens, and he is eating one raw.
Oh, no.
And people did just what you did. They're outraged. I think it was probably created by AI. I can't imagine. Well, I mean, but it looks like a picture of a guy.
Or was it just a TikTok stunt?
Could have been. But I saw a still picture of a guy in Australia, Melbourne, and he is coming down an escalator in a mall or shopping center, and he's got the chicken in his hand, holding like 8 chicken legs, and he's eating one.
Yeah.
And, I mean, people are going berserk over it.
Well,
doctors are saying
that'll kill him with what, salmonella?
Yes. Doctors are saying you absolutely cannot do this. I'll show you the picture during the commercial break.
that's fine. He's the one that's going to have to pay the price, though.
Boy,
Dogs can do that.
Eat raw chicken?
Yeah, I mean, they used to kill chickens and eat them, didn't they? I mean, when they were on the farm.
Yeah, eat alive, then
they
dead
got
chicken.
they got the stomach for it.
Wendy's chili's in grocery stores, Biggie. Did you hear me mention that?
Yeah, I'm sure it's full of wonderful things that I can't eat.
Oh, you can't have your loso. Your
that's high
loso.
so.
That's a high so item.
Yeah,
You're
know
right.
if it's in a can,
You can't have it. Okay. Now we're into the scheduled fun.
All right.
Between
All right.
Dave Christie.
Good.
All right. Now here's what it is. I was reading last night on Reddit, and they were saying these are the 10 songs that are most easily identified from the first 2 seconds of the song.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
So all we're going to play for you is 2 seconds of the song, and then Dave, you'll go first, and then we'll go to Chris Demm. You have only 3 seconds of silence to say the name of the song. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. 3 seconds of silence to say the name. And are these a certain genre? They're just
No, they're all over.
the
They're all
place.
over. But I'll just say this: they're rock and pop. It's not country.
Okay.
They're rock and pop. And I will play for you, and I can't stop this. Okay, so it's going to be 2 seconds of the song.
Oh, it just rolls.
It just rolls, and then 3 seconds of silence, and you have to give the name during that 3 seconds of silence.
Oh, okay. So we got to get.
You got to. Yeah.
There's no break in
no
between.
break. I can't. So I told Biggie, let's do this with no break. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to play it.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. So you'll have 3 seconds of silence, and then the song itself will play.
Okay.
So, all right. So here we go. Are you ready, Dave?
Go.
All right. You get 2 seconds of the song. Let's begin.
We Will Rock You.
That is correct.
We will rock you.
I've given Dave a check mark. All right. Now we're going over to Chris Demm.
I'd rather have a gold star, but
You
okay.
see how it works?
I think I do.
You see how it works? Listen closely. You get 2 seconds of the song. Name the song.
Eye of the Tiger.
Let me say this. Biggie entered him into our system here, and he says that he got them all right. He tested himself and got them all right, which I'm not surprised by because they are so gettable. They are so
Part of the
well-known,
culture?
So part
Yeah.
of the culture.
Well, we'll see.
There's a couple here we're concerned about. Dave, you're next. Now the score is 1-1. 2 seconds of the song. You have to name the song after 2 seconds.
Sweet Home Alabama.
That is,
Turn it up.
that is correct.
Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are blue.
The Governor's Tree.
They really are easy, aren't they? I mean, you hear it and you're like, oh, that's it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, so far.
But sometimes you get, your brain gets.
Get way, well, that's right. That's why I only gave you 3 seconds now. You only have 3 seconds to come up with.
Gotcha.
Over to Chris Demm to try and tie this match.
Sweet Child of Mine.
That's correct.
DNR.
Yes. All right. I think we're coming up to a couple now that I think I won't say anything. I won't say a word. Dave, listen closely.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, Dave.
Kind of proud I don't know that.
That's a tough one. I remember the first time I heard that song.
Did you know that one when you first heard it?
No, that was the hardest one.
I did.
Biggie got
I
it.
knew that one.
Because I always think of ding, 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 ding,
That's
ding.
what I think of too. If you'd have played that,
Right, then you'd have
Yeah.
gotten it. It's the psst.
yeah, I've never.
I don't know.
Yeah. I wasn't. I was unsure.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. That's what
That's
I.
instinct.
That's how I know it. That's
How's it
right.
go?
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, it's a wind up. You're trying to get me.
now
to-
they're just making you do
They're
it.
just making me do it now. All right, the score. Now, Chris Demm can break through. There's an opening for Chris Demm. Listen closely. These are the easiest songs to identify from their first 2 seconds of audio.
Oh, God. That's that Eminem song. Was it Lose Yourself?
Wow.
Wow, that's good. That's a good get.
Really good get. Really good get.
Those were the 2 I thought. Oh, these are the tough ones.
Yeah, they're more talented.
Chris Demm got it.